Hi class, today we are on book 4, lesson 60, and we're going to talk about rate problems with a given total. If you remember last week, we talked about rates being a comparison of two different measurements. For example, miles per hour, dollars per hour. Today we'll see some more examples of rates. So, in our examples, however, they're going to give us the total, and we're going to have to find one of the other pieces of information. So this is different from what we were doing before. If you remember, a multiplication problem, the formula for it is we take the number in each group times the number of groups, and that gives us the total. So we'll have to read these word problems today and figure out what piece of information goes where. So our first example is Zariali can read 2 pages in 1 minute. How long will it take him to read 18 pages? So, number in each group, number of groups, total. I told you they're going to give us the total. Can you listen to that problem and think, what is the total? Zarieli can read 2 pages in 1 minute. How long will it take him to read 18 pages? 18 is our total. We want to know if he reads a total of 18 pages, how long will it take? We already know that he can read 2 pages per minute. What we need to find out is how many minutes will it take him? So if you've got your multiplication facts memorized, you can look at this and say 2 times what is 18? 2 times 9 is 18. There's my answer, 9 minutes. Right there. Okay, our next example is Yolanda rode her bike 24 miles in 3 hours. Yolanda's average riding rate was how many miles per hour? So they told us that she rode her bike 24 miles. They don't say total, but you can think that. Total. She rode her bike 24 miles. That's our total. She rode for 3 hours. That's going to be the number of groups. And the question is, how many miles did she ride in each hour? So again, if you've got those multiplication facts memorized, what times 3 equals 24? 8 times 3. So 8 miles would be our answer. So this was a super quick lesson. There were only 2 examples. However, I would like for you now to do the lesson practice problems. They begin on page 384 of your textbook. There's an A, a B, and a C. You're going to do those, put me on pause, and then come back when you're ready to go over the answers. Okay, so at this point, you should have already done your lesson practice problems. It says, for problem A, Javier can sharpen 5 pencils in a minute. How long will it take Javier to sharpen 40 pencils? So the first thing I want to think about is, what is the total? How many pencils is he sharpening? 40 pencils. And it says he can do 5 per minute. So my minutes is going to be my number of groups, but I know that he can do 5 in each group. 5 pencils per minute. So we want to know, how many minutes will it take him? 5 times what equals 40? 5 times 8, and it's going to be 8 minutes for our answer. Is that what you had? Give yourself a pat on the back. All right, problem B. The troop hiked 12 miles in 4 hours. The troops' average rate was how many miles per hour? They hiked 12 miles in 4 hours. So how far did they hike? Total 12 miles. How long did they hike for? They told us that was 4 miles. So that's my number of groups. Sorry, not miles, hours. 4 hours. So then the question is, how many miles did they go each hour? Or we read that as miles per hour. What times 4 equals 12? 3 times 4 equals 12. So since this problem specifically asked for miles per hour, let me show you how you write that. You would write 3 miles per hour. This is officially the math way. We do a little fraction bar to show the rate. Or because we use miles per hour so often, another way you'll see it written is 3 mph. And that abbreviation we know means miles per hour. All right, last question. Question C. Alexis was paid $48 for 6 hours of work. How much money was Alexis paid for each hour of work? So what's the total? How much money was she paid? A total of $48. It says she worked for 6 hours. So is that our number in each group or our number of groups? 6 hours, that'll be our groups. And we want to know how much was she paid for each hour? How many dollars did she get in each group of 1 hour? Well, what number times 6 gives me 48? 8 times 6 is 48. So $8, and then we can do the little fraction per hour to show our rate there. $8 per hour. That is the end of your lesson. Now it is time for you to start your written practice, which begins on page 384. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you soon.